Welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for coming. Now we're just going to take this time, as we always do, just to send truly our love and gratitude for life. Let's take some slow, deep breaths to get into that peaceful, receptive state. So we breathe in slowly and deeply. We hold our breath. We breathe out. Then we hold our breath. Let's do that for a few more breaths. Now let's listen for our heartbeat. Our heartbeat, which is a pulse of light coming down through the silver cord from our mighty iron presence, anchoring in our heart, giving us life. Let's just see and feel and bless that heartbeat. That heartbeat that anchors into that beautiful threefold flame, which is the anchorage of our mighty I am presence within our physical bodies. Let's just connect with that beautiful flame as we sit in that expanded golden flame in the center, golden yellow flame of wisdom and illumination, perception and discrimination. We see our bodies in this beautiful, dazzling golden flame. To the right, we can see the pink flame, that glorious, dazzling pink flame of pure divine love. And then we see to the left of us that beautiful, expanded flame, that sapphire blue, bringing into us the feeling of the will, the power, the faith and the protection from our mighty I am presence. See and feel and bless this glorious light. Let's take our awareness now up through the top of our head, through the silver cord, to our mighty beloved I am presence. Let's see this glorious, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving presence smiling down on us. Our wonderful presence of God, I am. And now we see in the center of our chest a beautiful golden sun forming, dazzling and brilliant like the noonday sun. The beautiful focus of light from our I am presence. Open our hearts and send love and gratitude to our mighty I am presence for beating our heart and giving us life. And now we see those rays from our beautiful sun in the center of our chest, dazzling and brilliant, billions and billions of rays, going forth and connecting up with each and every miniature sun in all the cells of our bodies, our four earthly bodies, all those little inner wakas receiving this expanded light. Let's feel the joy, the happiness, and the gratitude of each and every little inner waka of our four earthly bodies. Sense and see and feel that wonderful light saturating our earthly bodies. And now let's just fill our feelings with a feeling of love and gratitude. And let's call to the beloved Ascended Masters, the beloved Ascended Master David Lloyd, the great God of gratitude, to fill us, each one and all mankind, with this feeling, that light substance from the Ascended Master realm of gratitude and love. We see our beautiful suns turning a deep shade of pink with a golden radiance. Gratitude and love for all our many, many blessings. Gratitude and love to the great ascended hosts for these marvelous teachings. Gratitude and love for all our loved ones and our friends. Gratitude and love for our homes and our supply. Gratitude and love for all the many, many blessings that we receive daily on our earthly journeys. Gratitude to the great and beloved elemental kingdom, animate and so-called inanimate, the beauty and bounty of nature. God bless, love and thank them, each and every precious one. Gratitude to the beloved angels, and gratitude to all life on our beloved earth. And now we see these rays in this wonderful expanded state, forming a lattice of light, dazzling and brilliant. We see our entire earth folded in this glorious pink and golden light, saturating every part of life on our beloved earth, especially those parts of life that are never loved or thanked, with this wonderful gift, our opportunity of sending love, light, and gratitude to all life. And we just give deep, deep thanks for this.
I just still get a smile on my face with that little bird just came in on cue when I was recording it. It was a long time ago, just that sweet bird. So beloved Jennifer Palfrey says she'll read the opening invocation for us. Thank you so much, beloved Jen.
Thanks, Anthea. Beloved presence of God, I am. It is thy light and intelligence that enables me to read and comprehend and absorb that which is required of me. For life, I am so grateful. Beloved Master Katumi, I ask for your feeling and your capacity to use this instruction for God's glory and mankind's comfort. We thank you. And now, great I am presence, take me within thyself. There instruct me and cause me to retain the full memory of these inner instructions. Thank you.
Marvelous. Thank you so much, beloved Jen. Okay, wonderful. So today we thought we'd actually go back to a bit of basics, and Gary agreed. He thought it would be a good idea, and he's read for us. Thank you so much, beloved Gary, from the I Am Discourses, Volume 3, from our beloved Saint Germain, Discourse I. And I always, whenever I read it or listen to it, it just can never be like charged into me enough. It was just such a good reminder. And then we've got the cosmic urgency of the hour and the rhythmic breath. And it's just also just very important, I believe, for us to be reminded of all these things from our beloved Saint Germain. And then we've got beloved Terry reading from that book that she did the whole book from. It's continued from last week. Bless her, she read that book. It's such a wonderful book. So it's on the website under audio. Lady Venus continuing, and she's speaking about life on Venus and the cosmic hour that we're in. There's so much, so many times we're pointed to this time which I believe really is now. These cosmic changes happening on our planet. And then I'm going to read from beloved Lady Mercedes. She's a sister of beloved Lady Kuan Yin, and her service over New Zealand, the Violet Flame Temple, is just lovely. And then beloved John will take us through our decrees, that really important time that we have to call in the light for our beloved earth. Now we're going to listen to the words of Saint Germain.
Week 248. beloved Saint Germain. I am Discourses, Volume 3, Discourse 1. I am is the full activity of God. Having placed before you so often the truth of God in action, I wish you to understand its first expression in individualization. The first expression of every individual, everywhere in the universe, either in spoken word, silent thought, or feeling, is I am, recognizing its own conquering divinity. The student, endeavoring to understand and apply these mighty yet simple laws, must stand guard more strictly over his thought and expression, in word or otherwise, for every time you say, I am not, I cannot, I have not, you are, whether knowingly or unknowingly, throttling the great presence within you. This is just as tangible as if you placed your hands about the throat of an outer form. Only with the outer form, your thought governing the hand, you can release it at any time. But when you make a declaration using the words I am not, you set in motion mighty limitless energy that continues to act. Unless it is recalled and the imperfection consumed and transmuted, this shows the enormous power you have to qualify this mighty energy of God. I tell you, beloved students, dynamite is less dangerous, for that might but liberate you from the body, while these thoughts sent forth ignorantly and ungoverned bind you upon the wheel of re-embodiment indefinitely. Thus, you can see how important it is for you to know what you are doing when you thoughtlessly use wrong expressions, because you are using the most divine principle of activity in the universe, I am. Do not misunderstand me. This is no idle, foreign, or oriental expression, but the highest principle of life, used and expressed throughout every civilization that has ever existed. For the first expression, every self-conscious form of life gives is I am. It is only afterwards, in its contact with outer, wrongly qualified activity, that it begins to accept anything less than I am. Now, dear students, do you not see that when you say I am sick, you are just reversing this principle of life, which is naturally all perfection, thus requalifying it by your willful ignorance with something which it never naturally possessed? Through long centuries of willful misunderstanding, humanity has charged the very atmosphere about them with falsehood and unreality. For I need not to say that when you say I'm sick, it is an abstract falsehood in respect to your divinity, which cannot be sick. Does this sound harsh to you? Then I say, think it over, and you will see what a blessing and release it can be to you. I say to you, dear students, in the name of God, stop using these wrong expressions of your Godhead, of your divinity, for it is impossible for you to have freedom as long as you continue to do so. I cannot speak of this to you too often, that when you really recognize and accept the mighty presence of God in you, there are positively no adverse conditions. Stop, I say to you, giving power to the outer conditions, persons, places, or things, and in the name of God, every time you find yourself starting to say, I am sick, I am broke, I am not feeling well, instantly reverse this fatal condition to your progress and declare silently, with all the intensity of your being, I am, which is all health, opulence, perfection, happiness, peace, and the power to recognize perfection in yourself and everywhere else. When you think of the expression I am, it means that you know you have God in action expressing in your life. Do not let these false expressions continue to govern and limit you. Continually remind yourself, I live, move, and have my being and all outer expression in the full opulence of God, made manifest every moment.
Marvelous. So there we have it. Always such a good reminder, isn't it? And now we've got the video from. This is instruction on magnetization, radiation, and the rhythmic breath, as given by the beloved Mahachohan in the Bulletin Book 1 from the Bridge to Freedom material. Beloved children seeking the way home. There are two main activities of life, the in-breath and the out-breath. It is so simple, and yet so much has been woven into and around it through the study of so-called mysticism. In the two activities of breathing, you have the magnetization of the gifts and powers of the presence through the in-breath, and the radiation of its love, wisdom, and power through the out-breath. This is the same activity that takes place at cosmic levels with regard to suns, planets, systems, and galaxies. All operate on the rhythmic motion of the in-breath and the out-breath. We have endeavored from time to time to give you a glimpse of the working of the cosmic scheme to which we belong, so that you may comprehend the place in which our galaxy stands at the present time. At the beginning of a cosmic day, before a new universe comes into being, the central sun in charge of the system breathes out the lesser suns that are to assist it in the evolution of its system. This it does in a perpendicular motion, something like dinner plates, piled one on top of the other. Only, of course, in this cosmic picture, there is a tremendous distance between the suns mentioned. Now, these lesser suns, in turn, breathe out the planets, which will make up its galaxy in a horizontal motion. At the end of the cosmic day, the great central sun notifies the lesser suns that it is time for the inbreathing of their planets in preparation for the time when it, the great central sun, will again absorb the entire system back into itself after the lesser suns with their planets have evolved into the full perfection of itself. In obedience to the fiat of the great central sun, each of the lesser suns of the system begins the great cosmic in-breath, drawing the planets of its galaxy closer to itself, until one by one they are absorbed into the sun which breathed them forth. Of course, this takes eons of time, and this is just the briefest sketch of what is taking place at cosmic levels at the present time. At the end of the cosmic day, the great central sun will have breathed into itself all of the suns which it projected forth, and the lesser suns, in turn, will have breathed back into themselves all the planets which they are responsible for, with all of the life upon them expressing the full perfection for which they were created in the beginning. In occult circles, this activity is known as a day and night of Brahm. Now, beloved ones, I know that this seems a little difficult for the outer mind to understand, and the only reason I mention it at all is on account of the cosmic hour in which we stand. We are preparing for the first in-breath from Helios and Vesta, our sun, in which they breathe in the first planet of our system. As the first planet is absorbed into the sun of its system, the entire planetary system moves nearer to its sun automatically, and the closer proximity to the sun naturally increases the vibration of all the life upon the planet. Incidentally, the laggards mentioned so frequently were those life streams on the various planets who were not ready or willing to move forward with their planets on one of these cosmic initiations, and so the beloved Earth offered them refuge. Some of these laggards came from planets in systems higher than our own. You must also understand that this horizontal motion, in fact all cosmic motions, are gradual until the final day of initiation comes, when the life on every planet in every system must vibrate at the necessary high rate that its advanced position calls for. Now, this cosmic picture of the in-breath and out-breath of deity is an exact duplicate of the activity you follow in your daily breathing. The out-breath of the cosmic scheme has been completed, and the in-breath is well underway. On every planet, in every system, there is a tremendous activity as their evolutions get ready to meet the initiations through which each expression of life must pass as their planets are drawn nearer to their suns. This is also the reason for the Ascended Master's tremendous interest in the evolution of the life upon this planet at the present time, and how essential it is that we must find some way and means to convey to the student body at least the necessity for the acceleration of the vibratory action of their mental, emotional, etheric, and physical bodies, in the hope that they may cooperate with us in radiating to the balance of mankind not the knowledge of suns and planetary schemes, this information being given you for your own personal enjoyment, but the love, peace, forbearance, and wisdom which it is necessary that all people must generate if they are to go forward with their planet and help her in her hour of initiation. St. Paul spoke of the quick and the dead. The quick are really those whose vibratory action is more rapid. There are various ways and means of accelerating the vibratory action of your inner and flesh bodies. One of the greatest of these is the use of the rhythmic breath, of which I have been an exponent, devotee, and teacher for ages of time, because it is the rhythm of creation. When you draw the energy of life into the flame of your heart and send it forth again on the breath, you begin to come into harmony with the natural rhythm that is in every activity of nature, in the rising and setting of the sun, in the rise and fall of the tide, in the changing of the seasons. All of these activities takes place in absolute, unbroken rhythm. The golden ages where mankind have known the greatest peace, the greatest illumination, the greatest bodily health, the greatest beauty, and the greatest opulence, were ages when the natural rhythm of life was observed, not only in breathing, but in every facet of expression. Now, beloved ones, I ask you to watch yourselves, even in a small process like walking, and see whether you are moving with the rhythm of the music of the spheres. See when you talk whether your speech is staccato, too rapid, or whether it is rhythmic and beautiful. Watch your gestures and see if they are graceful and rhythmic, or whether they are harsh and breaking that rhythm of creation. Watch yourself in your breathing and see if your breath is slow, measured, and deep, or whether it is shallow, panting, and gasping. When these imperfect physical manifestations are evident, you will know that you are not within the proper rhythm of your own being, and as you begin to correct yourself in small things, in ascending a flight of stairs, in the process of preparing a meal, in clothing yourself, in going out upon your daily routine of business, by car or otherwise, you will find, for one thing, that you will not become so exhausted as you seem to get now in the outer. For another thing, you will find better health in your body. You will find a greater spiritual equipoise in your mind and consciousness. You will find greater beauty and youthfulness in your physical form. And last, and perhaps not least, you will be more comfortable for others to live with. This, I can tell you, beloved ones, is the whole law of life, the rhythm of magnetization and radiation. If there is too much magnetization of power and not an equal radiation of love and blessing, again you have broken the rhythm. If there is too much blessing and ministration without enough magnetization of power from the source of all the good by which you live, there is depletion and exhaustion. In other words, all of mankind's distress, disintegration, disharmony, and decay is a result of broken rhythm. All life on the planet today, beloved ones, needs comfort. Practice the sending out of a conscious radiation of comfort into all the turbulent and angry emotions that rise up here and there and very often express themselves in self-righteous yet chaotic thought patterns. Practice sending peace into these rebellious etheric memories of the past and into the tremendous subconscious fears that are seeping up toward the surface of people's lives as the transmuting power of the sacred fire plays upon them during this period of planetary unrest. Now, beloved ones, as an exercise, I will ask you each one to make a conscious effort to keep as much rhythm as you can in your life this coming week, your voice, in your work, in your walk, in your service, in your adoration and realization. If you will faithfully do this, it will give me an opportunity to pour my radiation through you so that you too may be a comforting presence to all life. Such a wonderful teaching from the beloved Mahachohan. So there's lots of information directly from the books about the rhythmic breath. So if anybody would like to go and check it out, it's under Ascension Topics, and you scroll down through all the little boxes and you'll see the rhythmic breath of life. And it's just I find a really important part of the daily practice. I find to do that really keeps you energized, healthy, strong, and positive. Anyway, so now we're going to continue with beloved Lady Master Venus, Terry reading it so beautifully. And she's really speaking about life on Venus and the importance of this cosmic moment. Again, alluding this time. Oh yeah, I thought I'd just put this up quickly. So because just to show us again, because I know we did it last week, but where Earth is in relation to Venus. So there's Venus just above us in a sort of a solar system of a higher frequency. So their sun, the head of their sun is Krishna and Sophia. And as we know, the head of our beloved sun is Helios and Vesta. So that's where everything's going up, rising up in vibration, and we all need to get ready. Anyway, it's all, I think, coming together pretty well.
You will see that right below the star Venus in our system revolves the Earth in your system. We, who are going forward into greater light, are endeavoring to prepare the Earth and her people, even as the wise administrator prepares his successor, so that the vibratory action of the orbit and socket, which Venus will leave when the suns move upward toward the central sun in a cosmic moment yet to come, may be comfortable for you, making it possible for the inhabitants of the earth to enjoy the radiation of love and wisdom which we leave as our heritage to your planet. So too are you preparing, as you move toward your sun, for the entrance of Mars into the orbit which your earth now occupies. Even its physical manifestation in the heavens shows how close the planet Mars is to the earth at this hour. That which we leave as a heritage to you, O sweet earth, is the embodiment of love. At the present cosmic moment, the suns of this galaxy are drawing the planets of their particular systems toward themselves in a more or less horizontal activity of centripetal force. A little later, the central sun of the entire galaxy will draw the suns themselves toward it in a vertical activity. Presently, the planets of each system are moving toward their suns. Later, the suns, together with their planets, will move upward toward the central sun. Thus, the orbit of the sun immediately above us, as well as the orbits of the planets which belong to the system above us, will be vacated, and our sun and our planets will occupy these orbits, even as the sun below us, your physical sun, and the planets of its system will enter the orbit of our sun and its planets. Shall I speak to you a moment about our planet Venus? She is a magnificent planet, where every life stream sent forth from its holy Christ self is embodied in a beautiful light body, holding within itself the seed of a white fire being. Every such soul is completely at one with his or her holy Christ self, manifesting the complete harmony of life through the vehicles of mind, feeling, and outer form. On our star, there is no such manifestation as decay, no rust, mold, fermentation, disease, or death. All of these qualities of which I have just spoken, which are a heritage of the human race, are but the decadence of the natural activity of etherealization, by which temporary form is sublimated or returned to universal light. On Venus, precipitation, the drawing of light substance directly into form from the universal, is performed through the use of consciously directed light rays. On our planet, the people invoke this light substance through thought and feeling, and precipitate it into form as magnificent temples and homes of light, or into glorious flame flowers, as well as into the sustenance required for the nourishment of their bodies, for their clothing, and all they ever require to fulfill their divine plan. At the close of a cycle of embodiment on Venus, the power of conscious etherealization is used to return the elements composing the bodies to the universal. Having fulfilled one episode in the rhythm of evolution, the soul passes into one of the inner spheres of Venus, which represent the causal body of the silent watcher of Venus. Then, in time, the soul returns into embodiment again and again, until the 7 rhythms of embodiment are completed in perfect harmony. The power of etherealization is also used on occasions where we are finished with any particular precipitated manifestation. In this way, the substance is returned in love to its primal essence and does not suffer the indignities of decay, gradual, unpleasant disintegration, and the very unhappy experiences of disease and death. You too, beloved children, have within you the same great power, the power of cohesion, love, which draws primal life into form. Through your thought and feeling centers, you are endowed, even as those on Venus, with the capacity to mold whatsoever you will out of universal light. You are also endowed with the power of etherealization, so that, at the completion of the usefulness of any substance or activity, any manifest form may be dissolved and returned in dignity and blessing to primal life in the sun for repolarization. It is to be regretted that the harmonious rhythm, which is the natural activity of the flame within your heart, has been forgotten for so long. It is a cause for great rejoicing, however, that we are coming to a point where we may reach the consciousness of even a few of mankind, and through their comprehension of the law, endeavor to re-establish that natural rhythm of life through the flame that beats the physical heart.
There we go. So that's it. So there's also a lot on the website about precipitation and supply. So it's worth practicing, isn't it, I think? And also, as they say, the last enemy to overcome is death, as Jesus taught us. Use the transfiguration, resurrection, and restoration flames, I believe. All right, so this is from the reading from Mighty Astrea. It's from the Bridge to Spiritual Freedom. And at the end, we'll say together just a decree that we actually say, not exactly the same words, but every morning. It's so important, is it, as we, I think, believe to say it. So when we say it together, we keep the mics muted and we just put our heart and soul into this decree. This is what beloved Mighty Astrea says. The temple of purity is responsible for the purification of the light for all life and creation on the sweet planet. The central altar stands brightly above the spot where the Empire State Building is located, which is in New York City. I'm sure we all know that. But when one travels to this retreat, they have the opportunity of evolving all misqualified energy into a light vibration greater than any man, woman, or child can conceive. You will remember that I have offered to remove the causes and cause of all known and unknown impurities in the life streams belonging to this earth, and all individuals may demand the fulfillment of that vow from me now. Let me remind you that you are responsible to the cosmic law for the use of your God-given energy. And when we present an existing condition to you, which must be remedied through the use of the sacred fire, in the name of all that is good and holy, go into action. Make your demand upon us for the release of the purifying fires, which can, on the instant, remove the causes and cause of imperfection. I will just bless beloved Mighty Astrea and Archangel Michael too. So now we're going to say together this decree. Beloved, mighty, victorious presence of God, I am in me, and beloved, mighty Astrea and Archangel Michael, lock your cosmic circle and sword of blue flame as of 1,000 suns in, through, and around, or driven against the continents, their governments, and their people, today and forever, as well as the desire and capacity to create any more. Transmute them all, cause, effect, record, and memory, before they can act or manifest. I consciously accept this done right now with full power, and so be it, beloved I am, and we thank you. It's such a blessing to be able to make these calls to these great beloved beings. And now we have this opportunity, as we do every week, to call for the brothers and sisters that have left their physical bodies and are still caught in the psychic realms and the astral realms. So we say together, beloved presence of God, I am in me, and beloved immortal threefold flame of eternal truth within my heart, and beloved Saint Germain, while my body sleeps this night, let all the constructive energy of my entire life stream be used to render whatever service is needed in the violet flame temples established in the psychic and astral realms to draw the full gathered cosmic momentum of the violet purifying flame of divine love and compassion through every discarnate life stream there. Let all the souls who dwell in those realms be taken immediately into those purifying temples of mercy and compassion, and there have the accumulated, destructively qualified energies of their life streams purified and transmuted, so they carry in their life streams no miscreations that would add to their own or the world's distress. And we decree it, and so be it. Beloved I am, and we accept this done here and now with full cosmic power, and we thank you. Thank you. Oh, now we're going to watch an animal. It's just lovely about this cat. It is such a character. And then we're going to do the decree for the beloved animals.
This story is about a cat named Merv, the most feisty, headstrong, and funny cat I've ever met.
Merv, Easter Bagagwa brought his eggs.
If you have an idea of chaos, imagine a merry-go-round spinning at breakneck speed, and you'll get an idea of what goes on inside Merv's head. She's not just a cat. She's a real character who makes my life more colorful and unpredictable.
Merv, your pad thai is ready. I will not go out. This is my room.
I never thought I would have a cat like this. It all started when I got a text from my wife saying, "Hi, there's a little kitten living here. Please bring a blanket and a box." I sighed and replied, "No, please, don't make me do this. I don't want a cat. There's no more room for love in my heart." But fate had it otherwise.
Merv, I'm your father.
The first few days, I wasn't even sure she was a cat. She looked more like a little demon trying to destroy me. She growled, hissed, waved her paws, and sometimes just sat there, staring at me, as if hatching some evil plan. No! But over time, we developed an amazing bond. I've always been the kind of person who likes to goof around, make funny noises, sing ridiculous songs, and do silly things just for fun.
It's a free ride when you're ready.
And then I realized that Merv is the same way. She's not just a cat, she's my comedy partner.
We're gonna go visit Grandma in Ohio.
She brings me socks every morning. She only chooses one, and if she doesn't like my choice, she takes it away and hides it. Sometimes I wear different socks all day just because I can't find the other one.
Merv.
She also has a habit of jumping in the shower with me. When I decide to wash without her, I hear a loud meow, which means, "How dare you start without me?" She literally sits on the edge of the tub and controls the process, as if to make sure I'm doing it right.
Merv, what were you doing last night?
I work in an unconventional acting career with lots of ups and downs, stress, and uncertainty. But Merv is always there for me. When I'm having a bad day, she jumps into my lap, starts purring, and it's like she takes all my worries away. Sometimes she puts on a real show. She sits across from me, looks at me thoughtfully, and then suddenly does something unexpected that makes me laugh.
Yeah. Merv, your room is a mess.
She also has an amazing ability to sense my mood. When I'm sad, she lies quietly next to me. When I'm happy, she jumps around the room chasing a ball or doing acrobatics.
Oh my God.
Merv is a true miracle. She's not just a cat, she's my best friend who supports me in every situation. She has shown me that even the most unpredictable and chaotic creatures can bring joy and love to life. If you like this story about Merv, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more touching and inspiring stories. Before
Merv. It just brought such a big smile to my face. I just loved it. Oh my gosh, what a character, really, honestly, some of these animals. So now we've got this wonderful opportunity to make the call for our animal, insect, and reptile friends. So we say together, beloved, I am presence and that of all mankind. Charge your mighty light of mercy and compassion to flow through us all and bring comfort and freedom to the animal, insect, and reptile kingdoms. May each human being remember and accept their responsibility as guardians and protectors of this planet's pure and innocent life until all is set free and their divine plans fulfilled. We so decree it, and so be it. In God's most holy name, I am. We accept it done, and we thank you. Thank you, thank you. Now I'm going to read from beloved Lady Mercedes, and she's the sister of Lady Kuan Yin, and her service is in the Violet Fire Temple over New Zealand. She says, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mercedes, and I am very happy to be in your midst this evening. I salute the golden man within you, seated this evening on a beautiful lotus throne. You will find that I speak very deliberately, very slowly, for it is my desire to impress upon your consciousness, into your feeling worlds, every word which I am privileged to utter. You see, beloved ones, every breath, every word which passes your lips is a living being, and may these little beings always be clothed in a garment of light, carrying the message which your Holy Christ self wishes to give to mankind, a blessing to your brothers and sisters. I seldom talk to the children of earth. It is only recently, say in the last 10 years or so, that I have again been serving on the planet Earth, for I was in the great silence for thousands of years because of the requirement for added assistance to this planet. All I had to do was to look into the aura of my beloved sister, the beautiful Kuan Yin, and I knew that I must come and add my energies to the cause of restoring the Earth to her perfection. I'm not serving at Peking, Beijing as we now know it, at the present time. The majority of my service is from the Violet Fire Temple over New Zealand, and that is all that I can say about myself this evening, for that is not the purpose of this talk. However, I wished you to know of the love in my heart for the children of Earth, and of my privilege of serving with my dear sister. Since I know the children of Earth like little details, I shall tell you that Kuan Yin is garbed in a beautiful gown of deep violet silk. In her hair, which is piled high upon her head, she wears 2 jewels, which she loves very dearly, 2 diamond butterflies. Her only other adornments are magnificent amethyst rings upon her fingers. I thank you for your kindness in listening to my narration, and I bless you with my love of the light which flows so freely through me from the heart of the Father, Mother, God to you and all life. So that's lovely. So it's cool to beloved Lady Mercedes in our Violet Flame. When we call for the Violet Flame, I thought it's just lovely to know, and that lovely to know that there's that temple above New Zealand. And now we have got a lovely new song, and thanks to beloved Scott, who puts them together for us so beautifully, our beloved America, and truly bless our beloved America. Oh, just such a lovely new song. Thank you, beloved Scott, always, for always putting it together. We've got loads of lovely songs. And now we've got John. Thank you so much, John. Take over now. Bless you for our decrees. Thank you.
Good evening, all. Thank you, beloved Auntie, for bringing us these weekly teachings. They're always so inspirational. Now that we are in a place of peace and harmony, beloved mighty I am presence, take command of us all. Produce your mighty perfection through our decrees. Beloved Ascended Masters, we give you full permission on behalf of ourselves and of all mankind to do whatever is necessary in this lower realm to fulfill the divine plan. And we call for you to charge your mighty power and give whatever energy may be lacking from our side into all our decrees, so they can manifest here and now, all according to thy will. We call to you, beloved Archangel Michael, to send cosmic rays and mighty angels of protection to protect us and all who have joined, and for all the energy released to be purified and used only to serve the pure divine light. So be it, beloved I am. We thank you. We say together, mighty I am presence, great host of ascended masters, archangels and Elohim, cosmic beings and great cosmic light, come forth now in all your cosmic power. Withdraw and withhold all power from destructive forces and individuals with destructive intent throughout the world, right now and forever, whether it is conscious or unconscious. Expose, seize, bind, and render helpless all these sinister forces and activities until the light has removed them completely, and illumine the source so this may never act again, and raise up to positions of power the divinely chosen leaders. Replace all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. Our tube of light protection. Beloved and mighty I am presence, beloved Archangel Michael, and beloved Commander Conrad, continually intensify your protective pillar of pure light substance and Archangel Michael's armor of light through and around me, charged with your invincible protection, all-powerful and impenetrable. I am invisible. I am invincible. I am invulnerable to anything but thy almighty perfection. I am grateful we are given whatever added protection is needed, what we ask for ourselves, we ask for our loved ones, and that which is constructive in all mankind and the world. Thank you. We just visualize our tubes of light coming down from our beloved mighty I am presence, that mighty pillar of brilliant blue and crystal light, blazing up through and around us, 9 feet in diameter, 3 feet each side of us, with that thick wall at the edge, stronger than any steel. Build your wall of light. See Archangel Michael's armor of light around us, forming that impenetrable pillar of protection around ourselves, this group, our families, friends, and around every constructive person across the face of the earth. Every beloved one standing up for truth, justice, and freedom. God bless, direct, perfect, and protect each and every one. Thank you. I am the law of forgiveness for myself and all mankind, for all mistakes, misqualified energy, and for straying from the light. Beloved mighty I am present, through your blessed love, power, and authority, we call beloved Lady Master Kuan Yin. We call to you to ask you to fill us with your ascended master feelings of mercy and forgiveness for ourselves and for all mankind. We just feel deeply that sincere desire to be forgiven and to forgive any and all misuse of life and misqualified energies of any kind, wrong desires, human concepts and feelings in our beings and world, and every mistake for which our outer selves are responsible. But we just feel deeply in our hearts that gratitude for this great gift of this law of forgiveness that is such a blessing to all mankind. Beloved mighty I am presence, and that of all mankind, forgive, forgive, forgive each and every one of us. Thank you. We call to the great central sun to charge your secret power into these decrees. And we call for beloved Saint Germain to anchor a cosmic concentration of violet fire in America, Europe, Africa, and wherever it is needed in the world, here and now. And we thank you. Our violet fire decree. Mighty presence, beloved Saint Germain, and those ministered to the violet flame, come forth now and blaze your cosmic violet fire and cause a mighty victory for all the world to see. I am the law of forgiveness in cosmic action now. I am the victory of the sacred fire in all its cosmic power. Mighty angels descend with your purple ones of fire and strike them into the center of every place where there has been a history of sinister force, transmute and consume it all, cause, core, record, effect, and memory, and set it all free from that which was never meant to be. Replace it with ascended master consciousness, the divine plan fulfilled, and light from the secret love star. We thank you. Our decree for the element. I am the light of God that never fails, purifying, loving, thanking, and blessing the great directors of the elemental kingdom and every beloved earth, water, air, and fire elemental for your ceaseless service to me and to all mankind. I am the mighty cosmic light, awakening all mankind to the great intelligence of this kingdom, and remove from elemental life today the necessity for longer obeying the destructive impulses of mankind. and so be it. Beloved I am, we thank you. In the name of my mighty I am presence, great cosmic beings and great cosmic light, I decree I am the presence charging the minds and feelings of everybody in America and the world with Saint Germain's ascended master consciousness and perfection right now and forever. I am the presence, blessing, illumining, perfecting, and setting all free in service to the light. Our decree for the purification of our beloved earth. In the name of my mighty I am presence, and by the power of the great host of ascended beings, we demand a cosmic living sword of blazing flame continually strike into all human miscreations back to the very beginning, causing all negative energies, entities in the psychic and astral realms, and in the consciousness of all mankind, to cease to exist forever. Cause, core, effect, record, and memory, freeing all human and elemental life from that which was never meant to be, and ensuring the psychic and astral realm is no more. Replace it all with the immaculate concept for all life, ascended master consciousness, and light substance from the secret love star. That thy will be done, and so be it, and so it is. Beloved I am, we thank you. Our decree for divine justice. I am the most intensified cosmic action of the flame of divine justice blazing throughout the world right now and forever. I am the law. I am the justice. I am the judge. I am the jury. Knowing that I am all-powerful, then I know that only divine justice can be done everywhere, here and now. Beloved Lady Portia, ensure divine justice prevails throughout the world right now and forever. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. Now, before we say our final decree, by the love, power, and authority of our beloved mighty I am presence, we call to you, beloved mighty victory, to fill us with your full feeling of victorious accomplishment, that cosmic feeling of ascended master victory. We say together, I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the cosmic flame of victory, which reigns supreme everywhere, right now and forever. We accept these calls answered as they are made, according to thy will, with full cosmic power, maintained and doubled each instant of each hour, until fully manifest. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. As we end now, we focus on that beloved love star, radiating within our auras, placed there by beloved Sanat Kumara, as a gift to all humankind, assisting us in holding that frequency of unconditional divine love, a true cosmic blessing. We love and thank you, beloved mighty love star, and ask that you expand your mighty supreme light through our four lower bodies, and to saturate all whom we pass by on our earthly journeys, unconditional love. And to that mighty secret love star shining from the heavens for this 2000 period, we bless and thank you and all the mighty cosmic beings from the great central sun, holding this focus. Expand your supreme through our individual love stars and around all life evolving on our sweet earth. We thank you deeply for this. Thank you, everybody. Blessings to all.
Marvelous. Thank you so much, beloved John. Lovely. Now we've got the closing invocation. I just thinking who would like to read it. Delia, beloved, can you read it for us?
Good evening, good day, everybody. Thank you, Anthea. The closing invocation. Beloved I am presence and beloved Master Kuthumi, nourish the seeds planted in consciousness so that the ideas entrusted to me become manifest flowers of perfect expression in my world and the world of all my fellow men. Beloved presence of God I am, pour the light of thy great glory upon my consciousness and nourish the seeds planted by the Master. We thank you.
Marvelous. Thank you so much, beloved Delia. Okay, so just a moment before we finish. Deep gratitude for our opportunity to learn from these wonderful teachings, for our beloved I Am Presence, the great ascended ones, and for our beloved, beloved Earth. And for those watching afterwards on YouTube, we ask that you all BitChute, please subscribe, like, and ring the bell. And thank you so much, everybody. I'm just going to stop the recording.